This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, even the Fusion Strike stuff. So be sure to head over to the website PotownStore.com and use that coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off. Also, head over to cardsmarket.com if you're a European player. This website is fantastic. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe, and I personally use it every single day to get rid of cards that I don't need to buy new ones. Use the referral name ZapDoesTCG and you're helping out the channel tremendously. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com. This website is fantastic when you create your own unique custom playmat. They ship worldwide, and of course right now you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So start creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. So thanks for sticking with the commercials. Let's get this video on the roll. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure you are subscribed so you don't ever miss a single upload. Today we're actually going to be checking out a Boltund list, which is very cool. It's a budget deck and it's very good. Big shout out to, of course, Poké Drummer 97 from Canada, getting 5th place in the Third Week Den Series Challenge 8. So that was from Atlas, so which is very cool to see that rogue decks keep popping up. So Boltund is strong, and in this video we're going to be showcasing why it is strong in the first place. So we have the attack Defiant Spark, slapping 130 damage, which is of course very cool because we're going to be able to use that for one single energy. If we have any damage counters, we can use that way. We use Ult Cemetery to put 2-bit damage on the Boltund here, and we also have of course access to the entire Drizzle engine. There's a tick line in here, so 3 quick shooters to just make sure the damage output can of course 2-hit KO VMAXs, and we also have Fan of Waves, of course, for the Mew VMAX matchup. Because with Fusion Energy you're not able to put down pings, and that's exactly what we need to do here, otherwise they just jump back in the deck with the Psychic Leap attack of the Mew V, using of course Cross Fusion Strike. We have Pyukimuku, which is actually very good in this list just because of the fact that Yamper can get back Poké Ball and Great Ball. And in the late game, if you slap down a Yamper, you use Great Ball, your deck is pretty thin, then Pyukimuku can actually get yourself more and more cards every single time. You can also get it with Level Ball, so that's very cool. So that's a very unique aspect to a deck like this. Other than that, it's just going Inteleon and Boltund. We also have Ult Cemetery, which can put some damage counters on non-psychic Pokemon if they attach energies to them, and we also have Speed Lighting to draw ourselves a little bit further into the deck. So a very cool deck for sure. I give big shout out to Big Drummer 97. The only thing we changed from the list is adding in 2 copies of Fan of Waves, and the reason for that is that without Fan of Waves your Mew matchup is an auto loss, and in this time and age having an auto loss against Mew is not what you want to be seeing right now. So we're gonna see how this deck will fare. Hopefully we'll get some W's on the versus ladder today, and hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We see of course that we are playing a deck that is pretty weak to sniping, so if you're up against stuff like Dragapult, Jolteon VMAX or Urshifu, it's going to be super tricky for sure. But we're gonna try to at least get some W's today on the versus ladder. We're up against a Darkness deck box, and if you guys are hyped for Boltund to shine, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much, because of course you guys are what made the channel, so I just slap it around and it helps out ridiculously. So let's see here. We start off with none other than our good friend Little Yamper. I want to have something like a couple of Subbles, so maybe the Great Ball can help out with that. And we're up against the Gengar single strike box. The cool thing is that we are of course a 1 price deck, and the cool thing is that they also put damage onto themselves with of course the single strike roar of the Houndoom. So we'll see how it goes. We get that mulligan on top of it, which is not bad. There's already a fella over here. I think I will go for Speed Lighting first, so we can maximize our draw power, right? 1, 2, there's a Great Ball coming along. We find ourselves Subble, which is actually all I wanted, to be honest. This is not bad. Could put an air balloon on here as well, just for the memes of it. He could have Tool Scrapper, Tool Jam or whatever, but this is fine for now. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be evolving into Drizzle, and Drizzle will of course find us an Ult Cemetery. Then we attach to the Yamper and evolve to Boltund, initially taking our first prize card here on this crazy Houndour. So that's cool. They instantly go for Marnie, which we don't care about at all, just because of the fact that our hand was not the greatest in the world. Ooh, Ult Cemetery already. The only thing we need to draw is like a Drizzle and we're good, right? Switching onto the Umbreon. Okay, Mean Look could be a thing that he could go for. We have Ordinary Rod to get some stuff back as well. Fan of Waves is also in the deck, so don't, yeah. Don't worry about this scenario. So we're just up against an Umbreon with 2 Houndours. They of course can draw with the Tower of Darkness, not giving them too much here. So look at this, that's exactly what we wanted to see. So in a good situation like this one, we're actually just going to go for the Old Cemetery. We're going to be slapping it down, and now we're actually going to be punishing ourselves and putting damage onto ourselves. So look at this. And we draw 2 cards. The cool thing is that right now we have Boltund, which is able to stop 130 freaking damage. We also have access to the Level Ball, which can get ourselves Drizzle. This can also get ourselves Drizzle. So I think I will just go for this and go for Subble. Try to get an army of Subbles out, which is the thing I want to do here. There we go. We also have access to a supporter, which is very, very cool. So we're going to be going for Drizzle and then finding a supporter with that Shady Dealings. Shady Dealings is super strong. We're going to be going for a Yamper as well, because Yamper can get back the Great Ball. And maybe with the Great Ball, we can find another Subble. It is, okay, another Yamper. That's not too bad, right? We're gonna slap down another Yamper, can get ourselves back the Great Ball. That's how you can go in circles with the Yampers. And now maybe a Subble can appear, please? No Subble appears, that's fine. Let's just go for the Drizzle over here. And the Drizzle, I wonder if we should get rid of the Ordinary Rod here. We can also go for Fan of Waves, by the way. If we go, we still have access to another Ordinary Rod and we get the first attack off. I really want to keep our Ordinary Rod. Sometimes you don't have to go overboard. Maybe a Marnie, although his hand was not too great, right? They just played Marnie and that's it. 3 cards in hand. Are we gonna go for it? We do take multiple prize cards, so it is not a bad idea to just go for research, because we can Ordinary Rod the other stuff back in. We have 3 copies of Boltund as well. I think it's not a bad idea to go for research. Giving up on 1 Ordinary Rod is not the end of the world. Here we freaking go. More stuff that we don't need. Well, alright. That's okay, I guess. Just is going to go for the Defiant Spark. I wish we've gotten something like a Fan of Waves, but the 130 is going to be sufficient. Definitely because he's going to be putting damage onto himself with the Single Strike of Roar Houndooms. That's going to help us out quite a bit. And Umbreon only has 310 HP, so that's cool. Okay. They do find some more stuff. Find the attachment of turn. The Umbreon is here. It's a 3-prize Pokemon. Goes for the Dark Signal onto the Drizzle here. Pretty cleverly avoiding the fact that we're going to be able to snipe him. So we're going to have to 3-shot regardless. Okay, 3-shot it is. That's not bad. At least we're saving our attacker. And at one point we can also like corner. He already played down 2 switch cards. So don't worry, the Boltund Hell also has an attack corner which can trap opponents. Right now this guy has 150 damage onto itself. We can also boss around it, by the way. We have 2 copies of boss in here. I wish we've drawn into like level balls. Our hand is like pretty ridiculous if I'm being honest. Max Darkness, look at that attack. That's crazy. Alright, so we have Boltund, which has to do it all by itself once again. We're gonna be going for so many energies in the hand, it's crazy. We're gonna be going for Drizzle. I think that's the best bet here. Drizzle, we can go Speed Lightning Energy, but the problem right now is like, what is this? We can Fan of Waves as well. I think I will go for Marnie instead, because our hand is like very, very bad. We can get a Speed Lightning onto Yamper, but it's not what I wanted, to be honest. I also want to be finding level balls here. We have all the energies in the hand. That's crazy. All of them in the hand. We can go for level, but we will need to find our fellas, our Subbles ASAP, or things could go wrong very quickly. Preferably we need 2 of these. So I think I will just go for this one, right? Level ball instead. Finding Subble. We will need Subbles first, right? I probably would have used Marnie here, but we need to definitely get them right this instance. Right now we can also draw some cards with the Yamper. There we go. Pyukumuku on top of it. That's not too bad, right? Alright, it's time for the Pyukumuku. Pitch a Pyukumuku. Where are our level balls and Subbles? Old Cemetery, okay. Can use that later. For now, we probably won't, because they have multiple Tower of Darkness. And it's just gonna be a Defiant Spark for 130 freaking damage output. Here we freaking go. They could Gust again and knock out the Drizzles. It is an option. But we do have Ordinary Rod to shuffle at least a line back, which is good. We can 3-shot. We're going to be up trading in prize cards, which is good. We can also knock it out without having to put damage onto this Boltund, so we can accelerate to this guy instead. Which is not a bad idea. So the single strike box, one of the best decks in the format, is now facing off against a rogue budget deck in the form of Boltund. I think it's not too bad. They can also attack with Hondooms, by the way, but they will need a lot of energies. Okay, an energy going onto the Umbreon right here. He's gonna leave that one in the back, which is cool because we can then snipe that. It's gonna be awesome if we are able to draw at least something. This hand actually allows us to at least attack, right? Which is good. Urn of Vitality gets all of the stuff back. Maybe we should have gone for Marnie, but on the other hand, as soon as we draw into Level Ball, okay, he puts damage onto himself, which is perfect. And a Marnie. Okay, this Marnie is good. Why are they mad? Probably wanted to go on the other Umbreon, right? Don't be mad. We have 2 double Fan of Wave and they just concede. So we would have won that game regardless because we would have up-traded in prizes. And this one prize, Boltund deck, is going on the rampant, taking the first victory here. And the opponent is, yeah, a little bit salty because a regular Boltund deck destroyed the single strike deck. That's how cool it is. Let's go for another game. We won the coin flip. This time around, I just hope we start off with a bunch of level balls, please. Starting with nothing, 2 balls as orders. Luckily, that was not our opening hand because those are necessary for the late game. Okay, what do we see here? We start off with nothing again. Okay, we're up against Victini. 3-shotting Victinis. It depends on how many healing cards they have. And also the cool thing is that they don't KO us even if we put damage onto ourselves with Old Cemetery. So I think this is another favorable matchup for the crazy Boltund deck. And this is what we're going to be seeing here. We have Air Balloon, we have Yamper, we have Level Balls. I think I will start with just with Subble here. If we draw into Great Ball, we can utilize the Great Ball once again. Right, oh, the opponent gets Bazillion Mulligans. Alright, folks, let's go. We can go for a Level Ball and then do some stuff, but I think this is going to be better, right? Just slapping down this fella. We have Scoop Up Net and Air Balloon. Yeah, this is not a great hand, so maybe... yeah, just passing it out. They could Marnie us. I really didn't want to use Level Ball here. In that sense is that we might top deck a Drizzle and then Level Ball can get us another Supple, right? We need to get back-to-back attackers. Path to the Peak, which is something we don't care about. We also didn't get an attachment this turn. I don't think they will play Marnie. They have Kaboos, right? Yeah. That's what I figured. Kaboo in the house. They get 8 fresh cards because they only have 1 Pokemon in play. This guy could poke 10 damage, which we don't care about. Victini VMAX is a great deck, don't get me wrong. But the problem is that if they're up against a 1-price deck, it is not too sufficient anymore. Okay, Subble in the house. Boltund in the house. They might think it's a team deck, but nothing more is true. Level Ball. We can Drizzle. Then Drizzle can find Old Cemetery. And then we can initially attack already. Will we do that? Will we do that? Is that just a regular energy, right? Maybe it's just better to go for Drizzle and then Marnie because his hand is ridiculously huge. Let's try to Marnie that away with some style. Let's take the Marnie, put the Air Balloon there, and let's go. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Old Cemetery, Great Balls. Great Balls could mean Pyukimuku, so we can draw some more cards. It's good. An Old Cemetery is not too bad, right? Great Ball, Boltund. That's not what we need. Great Ball, Pyukimuku or Subble. I think we can just set up an army of Subbles here. Unless Pyukimuki finds us an energy. That is also not too bad, right? Come on, Pyukimuku. We need an energy. You can do this. I believe in you, the Pyukimuku. Fan of Waves. Interesting, but not what we need. Let's retreat to the Boltund. Old Cemetery, just in case. Let's just be done with it. He can attack us for a tiny little bit of damage. I think that's 100 at most. And if he attacks us, there's nothing he can do. He can actually gust up the Drizzle or the Subble. That's something he could do. And there's a Marnie coming along. So they are playing Marnie. our hand going down the drain here. If he doesn't attack us, if he attacks us, we don't need to rely on Old Cemetery, right? Although it will not matter regardless. He gets damage, that's good, 290. That's a solid 2-shot if we can get some Inteleons out, which we do have here. Max Victory 100, doesn't even KO these Pokemon. Okay, let's go. Speed, Lightning Energy, we got some more damage, which we don't care about. We draw 2 cards. Great Ball. Finding nothing, that's scary. That is super scary. Okay, quick shooters, I guess. And a classic crazy attack for 130. Okay, the problem is right now is that we don't have a spare attacker. At least our quick shooter is in the house. We can get a speed lightning onto this guy and then KO it with the waterfall. It is an option. We just need to wait 1 turn, right? So we can attach here and maybe slap down a Yamper so we have 2 attackers ready to go in no time. Fan of Waves is also an option. We do have Boss Zors to trap him with corner if that comes into fruition. Oh, this guy also gets damaged, which is cool. Able to slap 120, also not enough. So we're a little bit tricky. We of course have Ordinary Rod Pokemon Catcher. Oh, finding the Subble here. Alright. Interesting. Fan of Waves on top of it. Okay, we do have Speed Lightning, but we cannot attach because if we attach we are KO'd. So that is super tricky. That is super tricky. Scoop Up Net. This is not bad. I like this Scoop Up Net here. We're scooping them up. Slapping down again. Finding ourselves a Great Ball. We can Ordinary Rod the Subble back if need be. Speed Lightning on top. Checka. 1, 2. Great Ball. Finding Boltund. Poké Ball. What do we need? Subble? Of course we need Subble. We can then sacrifice this Subble. Still don't have what we need though. Quick shooting here. Boss's orders. And retreat into the Subble. Maybe we are in luck and we can find a way out of this nasty situation. They can retreat on boss. That is an option. Let's just hope we survive 1 turn, right? This seems a little bit tight, right? Victini, they marred us into a ridiculous... we do have 2 Fan of Waves, by the way, if we are able to find them. We needed the boss here, they can retreat and then they can knock out the Subble here. And then we can stall a little bit with Inteleon, which is going to be necessary. Pokegear? Marnie? Yes! Please Marnie me. Please Marnie me. Quick Ball and energy away. Another Victini. All these Victinis are popping out of the deck. I just hope we can draw ourselves into research here, because our situation is looking a little bit grim. The cool thing is that this guy has 330. We slap 130. We have Fan of Waves as well, which can definitely knock off that Heat Fire energy. The problem is if we attach here with the Old Cemetery being in play, we actually punish ourselves, which is bad. Okay, let's go. Fan of Waves. Putting this guy to a reasonable KO here. 130 is enough. So attachment onto the Yamper. Boltund in the house. And finally researching ourselves out of this nasty situation. Okay, first of all, let's quick shoot onto this guy. Let us go for Level Ball, finding the Yamper. Oh, look at... Oh, that's the reason all of our Subbles are priced. Well, isn't that something? And I think our Yampers are also not doing too well. Great Ball. Yeah, this is not going too well, is it? Pichipukimuku. Maybe we can get some stuff from the prize cards here, because this is looking pretty grim. Retreat. Energy Surge is not bad. Like, let's see here. All of the Yampers priced, right? How many in there? 0. Yeah, I think we only have access to 1 Yamper. I did not even realize at that point. That's fine. The Divine Spark will take care of this one. Alright, what do we get? Yamper, perfect. What do we get? Fan of Waves. It's not bad. And a Yamper. So we have 2 Yampers. Here we go. That means we can get back Great Ball and Poké Ball and play them again and use it again. Maybe they have Orion. But they will need Ryan in that hand. They already used 2 Pokegear. Crushing Hammer here. They're trying to slow us down. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's hope they attach a Heat Fire energy. Or just a regular energy. They do get damage with Old Cemetery, which is good. Helps us out quite a bit. Yamper, attach of turn. Fan of waves and stuff. Quick shooters on top of it. I think in this situation it's also not bad to attach a regular energy onto Inteleon, because that is also a way we can deal with the Victini. Okay, more Victinis pop up. We do have Boss's Orders in hand right now. Don't know if we should slap down Old Cemetery or if we just attach to the Inteleon here. 140, right? Maybe attaching to Inteleon is not a bad idea. I don't think there's any way he can deal with this Inteleon anyhow. Is that Spreading Flames? You don't see that very often. And they also have access to Crushing Hammers. Interesting. Alright, let's get it on. We have an attachment onto Inteleon. That is not bad. I think like... Okay. I'm just gonna attach the energy onto the Inteleon here. We're gonna be sniping this one. We can go for Yamper. Great Ball, Poké Ball. Maybe find some Great Ball first. Let's go. Pyukimuku, where you at? Poké Ball. Yo, perfect. We don't actually need anything. That's the funny part about this. We just get our entire hand. That's how crazy it is. Yay! This one. Yeah, we need to find Ordinary Rods. More energies. It's crazy. Might as well slap down this again. Yeah, next turn we can get him. There's no way he can do anything about it. Let's go! The Defiant Spark for 130. And this guy has... yeah, just one more attack with the Inteleon and he's done for. Or with the Boltund and Snipes. And we have Boss Doors in hand. They will need the Marnie this turn. They already used 2 Marnies. Don't know how many Marnies they are playing. But this Victini is getting wrecked by a budget deck. That's how it is today. Getting annihilated by a Boltund of all things. So that means we win against Single Strike, we win against Victini. As long as we don't face off against spread decks, we're gonna be good. Now we just... yeah, we can just finish him off with the Inteleon here. 140. Well played. Waterfall. Oh, Victini. I know you pray. Oh, here are the Subbles. Oh, there they are. I know the Victini deck preys on VMAX Pokemon or V Pokemon in general, but if you're up against a one price deck like this, it's almost unwinnable for the Victini player. Yeah, I'm sorry if you were that Victini player, but right now we're playing with our cool Boltund list. As mentioned, big shout out to PokeDrummer97 from Canada. We just upgraded the deck, and until we were satisfied with it. Ooh, a Genesect coin and a Mew deck box. His name is actually Shadow Rider 42. We have Fan of Waves. Let's hope for a ridiculous start. This is not the worst start I've seen. So, oh yeah, we had Scoop Up Net. Could have gone for like Great Ball. We could have actually activated 2 Great Balls. But we can still do that with this Great Ball, by the way. So we are definitely up against Mew VMAX. Scary matchup. Okay, there's a Research. That's not bad. And a Marnie. Okay, let us go with something fresh. First of all, I'm gonna use Evolution Incense to get ourselves Boltund. We have 4 Subbles. All of the snipers are in there. Ooh, there's not a lot of Boltunds in the deck. Next up is Muku. That's what we're doing here. Come on. Additionally this. Great Ball. No Subbles. No Subbles is bad. I was planning on using Research, so I think I won't take anything. Just lapping that. Let's hope they don't have a lesser Sparkle in the opening hand. Otherwise, we are pretty much screwed. We didn't find anything with the Great Ball. No. Yo, there's Genesect. Opening turn. 2 Genesects already. Old Cemetery probably will stay in play for a little bit. This is super bad. Like, I really needed to Subble this turn. Otherwise, he will just use Psychic Leap and get himself back in the deck. But we can slow him down with Fan of Waves, right? We could do that. Forcing him to find... Oh, they have a Rotom Phone. So they can try and fetch a Lesser Sparkle instantly. They can draw 2 cards, right? If they have a Lesser Sparkle and an Energy, our Yamper gets annihilated. That's just because of Great Ball not doing the job here. They're seeing the capabilities. They're using 2 Rotom Phones to try and fetch a Lesser Sparkle. Will they find it? They still have access to 2 more of these insane cross Fusion Strike stuff. Fusion Strike system. A Lesser Sparkle. Well played. They did find it though. Do they have another energy? They have so... First turn, an overload of Genesects. That's crazy. Maybe they don't have an energy, but they probably have Fog Crystal. Maybe the Fog energy is priced? Yeah, it is not priced. Let's just get out of here in style. That's insane. They find our Lesser Sparkle on the first turn by having a ridiculous draw with Genesect. There's not even a game with that. Unfortunately, I was not able to showcase that this deck does have capable viabilities to just 2-shot Mew VMAX. It only has 310 HP, so the only thing you need to do is get out 2 quick shooters and then you can really 2-shot the Mew. And also, the thing about this is that you have Fan of Waves to slow them down, but yeah, we just got donked, so that's that. Our hand was... How did the Great Ball not find anything in this list? Okay. This time around, a better start. We have Subble, we have an attachment so we can go for Keep Calling, and we have a Research. Count me out. We're gonna go for Great Ball, Poké Ball, play them, use Yamper. Okay, we're up against another Single Strike so we can showcase that our list just destroys Single Strike. Single Strike is easy for this deck. There's the Level Ball. A bunch of hand hours. That's not bad for a Single Strike deck. Here we freaking go. Great Ball. Subble. Yeah, we might not even need to just attach the Subble here. Poké Ball. It fails. Yamper. Getting these back is super fun. Great Ball. Yeah, that's not what we need. And Poké Ball. That's also not what we need. An Air Balloon there. Level Ball. Let's just take the Yamper and try this all over again, right? We have 4 Boltunds. Only 2 Yampers though. Check, check. Let's go. And Great Ball. Let's go. Finding the Subble. That's how you get your setup, folks. That is how you get your setup. Poké Ball. And now we finally find what we need. An entire army of Subbles are here. So let's just attach over here. We can attach to one of the Subbles, so maybe an Inteleon can attack out of nowhere. But for now, let's just attach here. Air Balloon here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get an attack off. The Air Balloon is kind of irrelevant, so let's just go for a Research. This really sets itself up. That's how cool it is. And Muku, well, you'll see that a lot on this deck. Muku. Ooh, interesting hand. Not what I wanted, but alright. Not what I wanted, but alright. They could attack with Houndoom, potentially, but then we knock out a Houndoom, we get a prize for a price, right? 2 Houndooms. And Houndoom is able to slap 90 with 2 Single Strike energies. Like, that's crazy. How many Houndooms are that? 3 Hondooms. What a crazy start from the opponent. Probably gonna have to Marnie here, seeing as we need to find some Drizzles. Darkness Fang for 90 damage. Broken. Okay, let's go. Boltund. And Marnie. With 3 Sobbles in the house. Should be crazy not to draw into... Yeah, this is perfect. You can get that old cemetery up and loaded. Evolve into this guy. Drizzle. Old cemetery. And get rid of this fella. You could also go for like Fan of Waves, but... The old cemetery is here. Chugga. 1, 2. Okay, more Drizzles appear. Drizzle activation. Searching for maybe the level ball Drizzle and evolution incense is not a bad idea, right? So we can get an army of snipers out. How cool is this deck? How fast was this? Evo incense just in case. And let's go to Defiant Spark. Kachaka, single strike, back to back, and now the Boltunds will keep popping up. Only 1 prize card. There are still 2 of our Yampers priced, unfortunately. But this is going pretty okay. I'm comfortable with this matchup. They will need to get a lot of single strike energies onto their Houndoom. We just money them. They do have access to more attackers here. Urn of Vitality. You can get a max damage output of 90, which is not enough to knock out this Boltund, which is good. Now we can get some snipes off onto the Umbreon there. And they don't focus on this Houndoom. Instead, they said, let's just sacrifice it. This guy has 160 HP remaining. That means if we are able to find Bossosaurus and 2 quick shooters, he's done for. There's capabilities with that Inteleon. First of all, pitch Pyukimuku. Oh, Houndour. Interesting. Pitch a Pyukimuku. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. What now? A Fan of Waves. That's perfect. Okay. Here. What do we get? Fan of Waves? Nah, not 2 Fan of Waves would be crazy, right? Let's go for maybe Boss's Orders. And 1 snipe. You can also get a prize card from that guy, so maybe Scoop Up Net and Boss's Orders. Yeah, it's not gonna work like that, is it? Maybe Ordinary Rod. Research is also not too bad, right? Research and Evolution Incense. So we can start sniping a little bit. We can attach here, put some damage onto ourselves. Use Fan of Waves to get rid of an energy on the Umbreon. Use Evolution Incense, finding Quick Shooter Inteleon. And then Research. Lots of capabilities with this deck. Chugga. Fan of Waves again. We are gonna go, and they just concede. They just concede. How strong is this anti-meta Boltund deck? That's crazy. Okay, 1 more. So single strike is easy. Typically, Mew is also pretty interesting with the Fan of Waves because you can slow them down enough, and also they will need power tablets to go for Psychic Leap to put themselves back in the deck. We were not able to showcase that because of the Donk and the Alessa Sparkle situation, but it's fine. It's fine. They click that concede button very quickly. And if you have a favorable matchup against single strike, you're definitely gonna have an awesome time. We're up against maybe another single strike deck. Ooh, starting off with Pyukimuku. That's not good. Luckily, there's a scoop up net to get it back in the deck. Actually, back in the hand. It's gonna have to come down to this Poké Ball, right? Poké Ball finding ourselves. We can slap down Old Cemetery, Poké Ball. We can get the Yamper, attach up the turn. Balsador is gone, it's good. Umbreon. Crobat, okay, that's also a Pokemon which we can easily KO with a couple of snipes going around. Look at this setup. Isn't that something? I just wonder if our Pokeball will be successful. Oh, this is not bad. Pokeball. It doesn't work. It literally does not work. Okay, in that situation, let's go for energy search. Finding a lightning energy. And how many Yampers in there? 4 of them. How many level balls in there? 4. That should be okay, right? Attachment here. Old Cemetery. And Marnie time. Okay, at least we found 1 level ball. That means the Yamper can do its job. Yamper finding the Pokeball back. Let's hope we are able to find 2 of these, because if they actually gust us up, it's not gonna turn out okay, is it? Dang it, it's not okay. Definitely not okay. Keep calling. Well, at least we have 3 Stubbles out, right? Dang it. How is this even possible? Yeah, they just need to Umbreon, gust us, knock out the Yamper, and they should be okay. Maybe don't see the threat of the Yamper. Maybe they do. We also Marty them to a low hand size, so maybe we're still in luck. They would need a way to switch out. Quick Ball, another Quick Ball, so that's Umbreon again. 2 cards in hand. Don't have a supporter. Oh, research. Utterly broken. Okay. Double Houndoom. That is scary because they now can just attach. Oh boy. Probably will. He also will need to find an evolution instance, right? Attachment onto the Houndour. Single strike roar. Onto Umbreon. They do get damage. 5 cards in hand. Single strike roar again. Let's hope there's no evolution instance. Okay, they spread damage on both Umbreons. Okay. They're just gonna go for mean look, are they? Mean look KO. That's perfect. Oof. For 1 tiny second there, I thought we were not gonna make it. But it's okay. We did make it. Here we go. And now the party starts. Speed Lightning. 1, 2. Boltund in the house. And now we research because we need a heavy amount of Drizzles. There's no way around it. Can also Fan of Waves, Lava Ball, Drizzle. We can use Ordinary Rod only for the fell over there, which we don't need. Drizzle, activation, Lava Ball, Drizzle, activation. Can get another one, but we probably will need to we will need another Yamper, right? So maybe Lovable Yamper is a better situation. Lovable Yamper. Yamper gets back Pokeball. I know Pokeball is super YOLO and stuff, but you never know, right? Perfect. Drizzle. He can get 2 Fan of Waves, that is an option. But in this situation, I think I will just grab ourselves a research. They could Marnie us, but we probably will draw into something, and our Shady Dealings fellas is in there as well. Which is not too bad, right? Retreat. Fan of Waves. This guy. Ordinary Rod's gonna be for later. For now, the Defiant Spark. Kachaga! So we're back in the game out of nowhere, just because of our one little Yamper surviving. And now this opponent, he can go for single strike roars onto Umbreon to attack. That is an option, but then he's going to damage himself, and that's easy for quick shooters. Or he can evolve into Umbreon VMAX. Same goes for that Umbreon on the bench, by the way. Okay, Umbreon VMAX is here. Yeah, this Pyukimuku is eating up bench space, so let's hope we find our scoop up net quickly. Who would have thought starting with this fella is going to be so painful? Alright. Gets just a manual attachment onto the Umbreon. 2 Tower of Darkness gone, that's good news. Get some damaged. Ooh, that's easy. We can just... Okay, there's the Marnie play. We gave up on a lot of supporters, but as soon as we get Evolution and Sense, we just draw ourselves back up and do it again. What? Triple quick shooting? What in the world? TCGO? How? Even? That's 60 damage, alright, but I would rather draw into an Evolution and Sense right at this point. Or a Speed Lightning. Well, that's not bad. That is not bad. Come on, the Poké Ball needs to do the job again. It didn't do the job last time, but let's go. Okay, it didn't do the job. Let's go for this. Let's go for that. Triple quick shoot. In 3 turns we get 2 prizes. That's interesting. But we need to get this empty for an Evolution and Sense potentially. Quick shoot. We can knock this guy out with 130 damage, right? Maybe 1 on the Umbreon. And then 1 on this Umbreon. Oh boy. Yeah, the Pyukimuku will need to get discarded here. We are in an awkward situation. Well, how did that Marnie even go into fruition? That's insanity. Evolution and Sense. They could go for Umbreon VMAX and then target down the Drizzle here. It's all gonna have to come down to top decks. I know the opponent is ahead in the prize trade right now. But it could still change, right? One amazing top deck. One Yamper is not going to be sufficient, right? We're gonna have to sacrifice this one for now. Speed Lightning, come on, folks. Not what I wanted, but okay. Corner attack is an option. 60-90 damage is an option. We also need to get out of the active position. Pyukimuku could draw us out of it, so let's just go do both. Go for Pyukimuku, Yamper, and the energy's back. Come on, folks, let's do this. Nothing, come on, man. Cut us a break. This is not good. Probably gonna be losing this because of the fact that we don't draw into what we need. Yeah, let's just hope for the top deck. Do we evolve and get an additional snipe off? 60 snipe, 60 snipe. We don't have a lot of turns left, by the way. One Evolution and Sense could be the case. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it. We just have to wait. We have to wait because we can knock out the Umbreon. Then we can also knock out the other Umbreon. But the problem is probably gonna be not winning this match because of this situation. Only 2 prize cards for the opponent. It's crazy. Speed Lightning. Can we do it again? Great Balls and Balls' orders. Interesting. I don't know if they will have switches. Great Ball. Finally finding this Inteleon. I wonder how this will develop. It's the only thing we can do at this point. Evolve. Bossing something with a high retreat cost. Quick shoot the Umbreon. We have to wait a turn. We can also snipe again, but we'll see what happens. Let's go for the corner. Maybe they don't have switch. All of our energies are in play. They could have one single strike roar and then an attach of turn. Could also get an just having the switch. That's just well played. How did we end up like this? This was a favorable matchup, but at one point we got married into triple Inteleon, and that was it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the crazy Boltund deck. Be sure to check it out for yourself. It's a super fun deck to play. If you enjoy what you see, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Go check out our sponsors, PokeTownStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. You can use, of course, the coupon code ZapDosTCG for 5% on the entire website, Fusion Strike codes, promo codes, etc. Go check out cardsmarket.com. If you're a European player, you can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can use the referral name ZapDosTCG when creating an account. Last but not least is yourplaymat.com. This is the website to create your own unique custom playmat. Create a playmat today and get 10% off by clicking the link down below. And yeah, they ship worldwide, so start designing your fantastic playmat that you've always dreamed of. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.